It's happening. Hey everyone, I'm Kelsey and welcome to Get Booked. So if you've seen my videos before, you may notice my hair is a lot shorter. I cut more than half of it off. It feels so good, my life is so much easier now. And best of all, I've got new shelves and they're so pretty. Insert clip y'all. Moved house and had more room, and I bought bookshelves, of course, and now I've got so much more room for so many more books. It's great. So today I'm going to be filming my August wrap up. I read 5 books this month. One of them, I don't know, it was really small, you can't really count it, but I'm going to count it anyway. Let's get into it. The first book I read this month was Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. So this is about Elantris, this once beautiful city full of demigods. Ordinary people are turned into these Elantrians, but 10 years ago something happened and now they're all cursed and diseased, but people continue to still be turned into them, and then they're shunned to this city of Elantris and they're basically left there to rot and die. This also follows characters outside of Elantris in the city of Kai, where somebody is trying to convert them all to a different religion and it's not the best religion, and then also someone or a group of someone's trying to stop that. So my thoughts on this book were just, it was so good. It was just great. It was a lot better than I was expecting it to be, because I'd heard that because this is Brandon Sanderson's first novel, apparently you can tell that. I couldn't really tell that. I thought it was fantastic and I loved it. The only real issue I had, and it was a pretty big issue at the beginning, and that was the names in this book. There was so many different names and they were all weird names, like names of the people, names of the places, names of the religions, and they seemed to all start with like A, R and S, and so every time a name came up I would have to stop and go, what the hell, and try and remember what the hell this name was and what it meant. And so that was a little bit of an issue, and it wasn't until about page 200 where I really started to feel comfortable with remembering everything and what all the names meant. But after that I didn't have an issue with it, and so if you can get past that aspect, then it's a great book. Just fantastic. The characters were great, and I love the friendships that Brandon Sanderson creates because they're just so believable and realistic, and I just love the dynamics between some of the characters in this book. He just, like a group of friends, he just writes fantastically, like in Mistborn as well. So I gave this obviously 5 out of 5 stars. I highly recommend it. The next book I read was The Hope of Elantris. This is just a really short story that you can read for free on Brandon Sanderson's website, and this is just about an event that happens during the book of Elantris that we don't get to see, and so it's not necessary, but it's just something little extra. I think I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was Illusions of Fate by Kiersten White. This book is about a girl who moves from her small island into the rich part of the world called Albion, and she meets a boy and everything changes. Weird things start happening. That's basically it about this book. I didn't really like this book too much. I mean, I didn't dislike it, but there just wasn't much to it. I felt it was kind of pointless. At the end of it, I was just like, okay, cool, I read it, moving on. I can't even remember too much of it. That's how nothing it was to me. It wasn't bad or anything, it just, you know, it's less than 300 pages, it's a standalone, and so the world wasn't completely fleshed out, and that's one of my favourite things about reading fantasy, is being able to explore the world, and this didn't do that very much, and it didn't seem very unique anyway. The characters weren't fantastic and didn't stand out either, and so yeah, but if this is, like, if you like short fantasy novels that are, you know, that is romance fantasy, then I would recommend it, but it just wasn't my cup of tea, so yes, I gave this, I think, 3 or 3.5 out of 5 stars. The next books I read were rereads, and that was Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight by Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. These were rereads in preparation for Queen of Shadows coming out. I didn't start these quite early enough, and so I've only just started reading Queen of Shadows, and it's like the 10th of September. Started reading it like 2 days ago. It came out on the 1st. I had pre-ordered, so I had it, and I couldn't read it, and it kind of killed me a little bit, but I'm really glad that I reread these because I'd forgotten so much about these, and I love them so much even the second time. I'm not big into rereading just because I feel like I'm usually a little bit bored because I know what happens, and even though I knew what happened, I still really enjoyed them. I love these books so much, and I love Selena Sardouthian so much. It's not even funny. Like, she's just the best character. She's my favourite character of all time from anywhere ever. She's just the best. And what's really exciting as well is in November there's an event happening in Brisbane called Supernova, and it's like basically like Comic-Con but like Australia's version of that, and Sarah J Maas is coming, and I've got to go, and I've got to somehow dress up as Selena so I can meet her and get my book signed, because that would be freaking awesome, and hopefully get a picture with her because that would be really cool. Hopefully I could somehow make this a costume. It's going to be hard. I really need to start doing something about it now, but I'm lazy, so yes. But yeah, so this was my reading month. I'm pretty happy about that, considering it took me like a month to read Elantris because I was moving and didn't have much time for reading. So let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these and what you thought of them, or if you want to read any of these, or just comment below anything you want, because I love speaking to you guys. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and don't forget to get booked. Bye! The next book I read was Illusions. The next book Damn it, I always forget the bloody thumbnail.